All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
With the brother from the AZ camp. That being said, we want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. And peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity, man. And once again, the Spirit has allowed us to gather together to bring out another lesson, man. Most High willing it be edifying. You know, as we go into the times of 2021, you know, coming out of that presidential change, presidential inauguration, you know, brothers in the Spirit, we know it's the same old devil, man. You know, it doesn't matter Democrat, Republican, Trump, Biden. We know it's the same old devil, man. You know, and that devil, he's known for deception. He's known for deceiving. You know, so that's the agenda, man. You always got to remember that that's Esau's agenda. He is the father of lies, man. You know, so we recognize that, and you Jakes, you're blinded by it. You think that he's going to make some kind of change in your behalf, but once a liar, always a liar, man. It started back from Genesis. Get that brother. Get Genesis 3:1.
Khan, this is the book of.
You got it. I got it, bro.
You got it, Khan.
This is Genesis 3:1.
Khan.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
And that word subtle, it goes into cunning, man. It goes into a conniving. You know what I'm saying? On the left hand side.
I got it, bro.
You know.
This is the word subtle. It means subtle, shrewd, crafty.
Yep, crafty.
Sly, sensible, crafty.
And what does the scripture say? It says the crafty counsels of the wicked, man.
Yep.
Hey, so he was more crafty than any beast, any other of the nations of the field of the world, man. Because that word field, that goes into the word world, and he was described as a serpent, you know, because that goes back to Revelation, man. The great dragon, that old serpent, you know what I'm saying? So it all connects, man. So this is not how the white Christian church likes to portray it as. He was an actual snake that Adam and Eve talked to, man. This was a man, you know what I'm saying? He was a man, and he's a man today. He is a serpent, more subtle than any beast of the field. He's the most craftiest of all the devils out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, guys, keep on going, bro. Got some more?
Yeah. The Most High had made, and he said unto the woman, yeah, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die.
Yeah, so he's going contrary to the authority of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he always does, and that's what he's doing right now. He's going contrary to the laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, that's how this whole nation, this whole kingdom, whatever you want to call it, it's all contrary to the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. But you know, he's gonna go contrary again in this next scripture, man. Go ahead,
read. Verse 5: For the Most High doth know that in the days ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open.
So he always puts some type of benefit to your advantage, man, in his deception, to make you think that you're getting something out of it. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. That's exactly what he's doing right now. He's making it look like you're going to get an advantage, you know, to follow him. You know, that's what he's doing with his inoculations. That's what he's going to do with his mark of the beast. You know, this RFID microchip. That's what he's doing with these masks that you got to wear, man. He paints it for your benefit when it ultimately it's for your demise, man. Hey, brother, can get that words were smoother than butter.
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Psalms 55 and verse 20. Psalms 55 and 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Yeah, he has put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him, man. So the Israelites in their spirit, they're a peaceful people, man. Mm-hmm. That's proven when they came over here. The Edomites came over here and they were greeted by the Native Americans, man. They were peaceful unto him. You know, they wanted to see what he was about, but the scripture's going to tell you what he was about, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, because this devil likes getting people in a comfortable situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he likes you know, like that, like you said with the Native Americans, man.
Yep.
What they will do, they will come present peace treaties.
Yep.
You know, present presence of peace.
Yep.
You know, and basically when the man, you know, to get the man to feel comfortable around them, yeah, that's what the scriptures say. Never trust thine enemy, man. You know, that's basically what we're telling you, Jakes, man. Never trust thine enemy, even though he's coming with that craftiness. And that's why we're going into the book of Genesis, because it's basically a replay on what Esau's trying to do, or what he did in those times, man. Because the scriptures say that the thing which was shall be again. Basically everything repeats itself, man. You see, so what Esau's trying to do, by means of his deception and just his craftiness, man, is him to get you into, basically accepting his system, and basically to go off against your heavenly Father, man. All right. So I'll keep reading, bro.
Okay.
It reads, he has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. All right. Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
God, if you go back up, he has broken his covenant, man.
Yep.
So that's also historical too. That's also what's the word I'm trying to say? That's a trait of Esau Edom, man. He breaks covenants. He breaks treaties, man. He broke over 331 treaties with the Native Americans, man. And that's not just a little bit. That's pretty much every treaty that he made, he broke, man. And what does Scripture say? Aki said he breaks covenants, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no that's a telltale sign of who we're talking about, man. Through the Spirit, you can see it. It's talking about the Edomites, man. Especially the elites, which are running the show right now. I'm talking about these high people, these levels of government, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah, that's why the Native Americans call them a serpent-tongued, split-tongued devil, man.
Yep.
They call them the white devils, as a matter of fact, man.
Yep.
So they were on point. They knew.
Mm-hmm.
They knew exactly who he was. The two-faced serpent-tongued devil, man.
Yeah, because they had no integrity.
Mm-hmm.
They would come saying something and they did something completely different. Because that was their intention to do, though. Their intention was never to, to basically fulfill or keep their word on what they say they were going to do. Their intentions was from the beginning to, basically rob you of what you got, man. That's how this man has conducted himself.
And what did they do to the Native Americans? They gave them blankets with smallpox in them. Hey, the Native Americans didn't need blankets, man. They knew how to make their own blankets, man. They didn't need blankets, so there wasn't an act of kindness on the part of the Edomites, a part of the so-called pilgrims, to give the Native Americans blankets, man. They knew exactly what they were doing when they gave them those blankets, man. And that those blankets had smallpox, which were diseases in them, man. And it pretty much brought the tribe of Gad to its knees. So this inoculation, this vaccine that they're trying to give you, it can be compared to those smallpox-ridden blankets, man.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. A trick that Esau's using to basically eliminate us, man. Because that was the intention of those this disease-filled blankets, man. And not just those disease-filled blankets, but other things that they did.
Yep.
It was a continuous mechanism that they were using to further oppress our people, further destroy our people.
Yeah, they killed all the buffalo.
Yep.
They made it illegal for the Gadites, the Native Americans, to hunt on their own grounds,
Yep.
their own land.
Yeah.
So they're a crafty devil, man.
Right. I got one.
Go ahead, bro.
Were you done with that one?
Yeah, let me just finish this real quick, brother. Verse 21. But war was in his heart.
Ooh, but war was in his heart. So behind those buttery smooth words, man, war, meaning your destruction, your demise,
Yep.
because that's what war is. He looked at you as an enemy. He came at you as a friend, but he looked at you as enemy because war was in his heart. Because in war, you got enemies, man. You got two opposing factors. So in his mind, even though he spoke with kindness and talking like he was going to give you the benefit, your demise was in his thoughts, man. That's what war is, man. He looked at you as an enemy, and Jake, you so-called black Latino Native Americans, you can't see who your enemy is, man. But he sees you as an enemy. So how foolish is that, man? Go ahead, bro.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yet were they drawn swords. So he had war in his heart, and he had drawn swords. He was prepared for your demise, man. It was always his intention for your demise. And you think that character of Esau Edom has changed today? Man, no, it's not. Your demise is still in his intentions, man. They back in the day, they said the only good Indian is a dead Indian, man. Talking about the Native Americans. You know, so the only good Jake, the only good black Latino Native Americans are dead Native Americans. That's why they pushing it so heavy on our people, man. We got some more. Go ahead.
Con, this is the book of Sirach 12:16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee in a pit." You see, and when you know, and it's a good thing to watch the speeches, man. If it ain't the State of the Union, you know, the inaugurations, you know, all these little, you know, the task, you know, I made a habit to watch the coronavirus task force, you know, little speeches, because really, they talk about their plan, you know, what they're gonna do, and really they're speaking to the elites, you know, but it's worded so, you know, so well that people would think that, you know, they're talking about the nation, they're talking about the well-being of the people, they're talking about future plans for America, but in reality, they're talking to their people, their side, on how to, like it's like a pep speech for their people. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And, you know, brothers were going into it that, you know, Biden, you know, there's a reason why he's been getting close to so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, why he's been interviewing Cardi B, you know, and all these other people, you know, because really he's trying to win over Jake, okay? Not only so that they can, you know, get vaccinated, but also so they can get that chip. That's the ultimate pit they want to throw you in, you know, because he's the accuser of the brethren, man. He's accusing his brother Jacob, man, to the Most High every day, okay? By, you know, and he, you know, he's the instigator of it all, you know, because he is the wicked and he rules in wickedness. So what is Jake? You know, what is he? You know, what is he into? Well, you know, whatever the rulers of the world put in front of them. You see, it says, if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood, man. And you know what? The opportunity's coming where he's not going to be satisfied with blood. He's going to want death. He's going to want more. You see, and that's that the time is coming. You know, like like before we cut on the camera, the brother said, you know, all that needs to happen is one major catastrophe, you know, and they're going to lock this whole place down. They're going to lock all 50 states. Go ahead, brothers.
I got something, bro. You know, and that's basically what the point of the whole lesson is. You know, the message that we're trying to convey is that, you know, this man, he has an agenda, man. He has an MO. You know, he has a mission that he has to accomplish, man. You know, he has a script that's being fed to him by these elites, you know, and ultimately by Yahweh Hashem Ashai, man. You know, he needs to fulfill it, man. You know, the prophecies have to be fulfilled. You know, the you know, basically the agendas that he has in place have to be fulfilled. You know, Esau's crafty like that, man. Esau has to implement everything the proper way, you know, the way he has to do it, you know, and that's basically where we find ourselves. That's why he's doing everything he's doing. You know, this is Psalms 37:12. The wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. You know, and that's basically what Esau's doing right now, man. He's plotting against the just and he's gnashing at us, man. You know, he if he had his way, he'll kill all of us, man. Yeah. You know, he'll poison the air, do some crazy shit. That's how much his hatred is. But you know, the scriptures say that he has bounds that he cannot pass. You know, so there's so much Esau could do, man. And we're basically seeing, you know, him going at it, man. He's gonna go harder and harder. You know, that's why you got this dude, Biden, you know, pushing all these all these executive orders, man. Mm-hmm. You know, he did a lot of, you know, how you say, he did away with a lot of the shit that Trump had put in place, man. Mm-hmm. You know, so we're gonna see the domino effect of everything that's gonna happen in the coming months. You know, these white nationals, you know, these, you know, far right are going at it at the far left's throat, man. You know, you have this whole situation where, you know, people, it's about to blow up, man. You know, like the brother said, you just need to press the right buttons and shit's gonna go crazy, man. You know, but I'll continue reading this. Verse 13. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he sees that his day is coming. And that's basically what's happening. The day of Esau's downfall is coming, man. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of an upright conversation. You see, and that's what Esau's doing, man. That's his whole, his whole plan, his whole agenda right now is basically to do away with the men of the Lord. He don't want us to be out there in the highways and byways, teaching His word, man.
Run that last part back, Baba Kashan.
Verse 13, the Lord, verse 14, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy,
Right.
and to slay such as be of an upright conversation.
Right, and slay such as be an upright conversation. And in the beginning stages of slaying those that are of an upright conversation is cracking down on the YouTube. And one of his speeches, Biden spoke about domestic terrorism. You see, he said that was something they were going to confront and they were going to defeat. And that's domestic terrorism. And best believe, what we do, it could be looked as domestic terrorism, because what we're saying, the Bible, it's contrary to their agenda. It's contrary to what they're pushing. You see, so they are looking to slay those who are of upright conversation. Well,
not just that too. They're just trying to silence everybody, man, that opposes their system. They want a society, where no one speaks out, man. And that's why they have these movies, where, like these dystopian movies and shit, where you got these totalitarian governments where you can't say shit or speak out against the government, because that's ultimately what they hope and pray for, man. That's their whole. They get off on that shit, man.
Right.
That's how Esau is. He gets off on having basically total control of everybody, man, of what you do, what you don't do, and that's ultimately what's gonna be in that RFID microchip, man. That's why he's so obsessed, with putting that chip into you, man. The Lord is working within his mind. The Lord's basically feeding him so that he could accomplish that goal, man. Because the Most High is not a man that he should lie. So that has to happen.
Hey, Trump also spoke about the so-called prophets of doom also, man. He brought that up too, and the persecution of the men of the Lord, that's part of martial law right there, man. We being viewed and labeled as domestic terrorists, that's part of martial law, man. I got one of the definitions of martial law, or one of the stages of martial law. It says political descendants are removed from society, man. So we could be looked as a political descendants, man. Those that go contrary against the politics of this government. Usually in the middle of the night, in modern terminology, these would be referred to as the red list. So they mark everybody, man. They investigate everybody, man. What did they do to the Black Panthers and them back in the civil rights movement? They had that COINTELPRO, I think it's called, where they infiltrated these groups to essentially break them down.
And he has the Brown Berets.
The Brown Berets too.
The Black Panthers and many other organizations, man, that Jake was trying to uplift themselves from the persecution that they were feeling during that particular time. But that was sanctioned by the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, man. Those were those leaders that it talks about, that had to come before the prophets. Yeah. And that's what was that scripture that has set up the apostles last, because that's what had to be set up in the proper order, man. You had to get all the bad out of the way, and to where we find ourselves today, where the Lord has those movable men. What's the scripture say? Your teacher shall not be moved unto a corner anymore. So you're gonna be, if you really want the truth and the Lord set you up to receive it, man, you're gonna get it.
Yep.
You're gonna get it, man.
You said political dissidents?
Yeah, political dissidents.
I looked up that word dissident real quick. It's, if I may, it says dissident, a person who opposes official policy, especially that of an authoritarian state.
Yeah, that goes to stage 3 of martial law. I want to back in. Stage 3 of martial law has given history some of the darkest days. Warrantless detentions become commonplace, in which suspected political dissidents. So it said warrantless detentions. That's those in the concentration camps, man. That's where the detention is. That's a detention center, man.
Right.
And that word detention means they hold you. I'm gonna go back to this. It says these would be referred to as red list tagged citizens who are detained and normally executed.
Wow.
You know, and we went through camp. We went through that at camp last week, man. Talking about martyrism, the brothers being martyrs for the Lord, man. And that's going to happen too. These include outspoken preachers, and we could be classified as those outspoken talk show hosts, people who have any kind of history of civil disobedience. You know, so that's what they define as stage 3 of martial law, man. You know, so we are in martial law. You know, we were in the first stages of martial law.
Right.
Best believe that, man. What do you think they got 20,000 troops at the White House right now?
All right.
Go ahead, bro.
I got one. This is Psalms 140. It says, "Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man." Okay, and you know, we're coming into a society. You know, we're coming into a time where in society, you know, if you speak up against the government, you know, if you're a dissident, you know, a political dissident, you know, because they got all these names, man. You know, they got all these these names for people, you know, terms and whatnot. Their tongue walking through the earth, man. They use their English for everything, but we're coming to a time where you know, you could be put to death for speaking against the government. You know, so it says, "Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart." We know that word heart means mind. It says, "Continually are they gathered together for war." And best believe that these politicians, you know, best believe that Biden and Trump are probably right now laughing it all up, you know, gathered together for what? For war, you know, and really, you know, they're really they're really just puppets, man. You know, they follow orders from people, you know, you never see, you know, they're behind the scenes. They tell them what policies to implement. They're just spokespersons, you know. But a lot of our people believe in these politicians, man. A lot of people, you know, you got a lot of jakes, man. You got a lot of jakes that are happy that Creepy Joe, you know, is the president now, man. You know, but really they're nothing but a bunch of, you know, witches and warlocks. You know, we know this. We know this to be true. It says they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Selah, right? Because they say a lot of things, like the brother was saying, when we you know, like we brought out earlier through the spirit. They say a lot of things, but really they mean totally the opposite. You know, they can write a speech, put it on a teleprompter, have the president you know, speak it, and really it's not talking about anything good. They're really talking about something very negative, very evil, very sinister. But that's how these devils are. Like we went into, you know, when we first started in Genesis, this serpent, okay, he was the most craftiest, cunning beast of the whole field. And when you go into the scriptures, the beasts are they're figuratively speaking of the heathen, okay. You know, mainly Esau, Edom, because he's called what? He's called the serpent. Okay, so then the serpent is a beast. Sure. All right, it says, "Keep me, O Yahweh, from the bands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man, who have purpose to overthrow my goings." Okay, and where are our goings? You know, our goings are of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know, they want to overthrow that. They want, you know, by what? Ultimately rounding brothers up. You know, first they want to get rid of the YouTube. You know, they're gonna start silencing heavy social media. You know, this is all coming. It's coming very soon. You know, it's you know, it's upon us now. You know, a lot of brothers' videos are being taken down, or being striked. You know, you know, brothers' channels getting totally done away with, because really they you know, they're trying to scatter the flock. They want this message to you know, to stop. But you know, if it stopped, that's because the elect has already been sealed. All right, so it says, it's just
because the Lord says that the words that He speaks, you know, they shall accomplish that which, you know, He sent them forth to do. You know? So yeah, definitely when they pull the plug on it, it's because the Lord, you know, ultimately the Lord pulled the plug on it, because that was it. That was it. You know, His gates of mercy have been shut. You know, which we're approaching those times, man. You know? Right. You got it, brother. Yeah,
con. It says, "The proud have hid a snare for me, and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me." Selah, right. Okay, they spread a net by the wayside. Where's the wayside? It's by the side. You know, here they are. They're talking to you. You know, at the inauguration, they put their right hand in the air and their left hand on the Bible. You're not supposed to swear on the Bible anyway. You know, but you know, here they are, you know, trying to talk sweetly, this, that, and the other. But really, there's a little net on the side, you know, and that net is what these inoculations, and ultimately, you know, is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID. It says, I said unto Yahweh, thou art my power. Hear the voice of my supplications, O Yahweh. O Most High, Yahweh, the strength of my salvation. Thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. Grant not, O Yahweh, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. Selah. Right? Lest they exalt themselves. Because these, Salaki, brother, if I may say, man, these devils, their pride has deceived them. You know, they really think that they're going to fight, they're going to stand against the Prince of Princes, but they're going to be broken. You know, scriptures say without hand. You know, they're not going to win, man. It's kind of funny, man, when you kind of think about it. You know, I know brothers think about it. When you kind of think about it, like, damn, this devil got a lot to pay for. You know.
Yeah, and not only these devils, but those that side with them, man. You know, because 2/3 of our people, they side with that devil also, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm going to get this one right here. It says 1 Timothy 4:1. It says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly, you know, and we speak this to the Spirit because we reveal these things, you know, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Then the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrine of devils, man. And what does that mean? Well, you got these, I think it's IUSPK and these other copycat camps, or Sam Shoy's camps, or whatever you want to call them, man. Counterfeit camps. They're telling you, what are they saying? Go ahead and take the inoculation, man. They're saying you can take the RFID shit, but you can then take it out. You know what I'm saying? Just madness like that. They say the mark of the beast is gay, or the mark of the beast is Christianity, or the mark of the beast is a white woman. Those are seducing spirits, man. Those are doctrines of devils. Why? Because they're contrary to the truth. Basically, they're telling you that you can still be under Esau's program, so you can eat, but then you can reverse that, and the Lord's still gonna be with you, man. No, there's no middle ground with the Lord, man. You know, there's no what does the scripture say? Let your yea be yea, or nay be nay. The scripture says, he that gathers mystery scatters abroad. You know, so there's no middle ground with the Lord, man. You know, there's a division between the righteous and the wicked, man. The sheep and the wolves. You know, the tares and the wheat. There's gonna be a division, man. So 2/3 of our people, the majority of our people, they're gonna side with Esau, Edom. They're gonna side with it. They're gonna fall for the deception of the deceiver, man. You know, because the scripture said the deceive and the deceiver are his. So those people of our people that are set up to be deceived, the Lord set it up that way, man. You know, that's for their judgment. You know, so we have to bring this out to warn you. You know, going back to the book of Ezekiel, to wash the blood off our hands, man. You know, we're telling you through the Spirit what this devil's about and what he's about to do. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because that sums everything up, man. You know, not only are we're faced with the deception that's going on with Esau himself, you know, but you got, like you said, you know, men that you're supposed to be able to look up for, you know, and receive guidance from. Them themselves are doing the confusion as well. You know, because that's basically the times that we're in, man. You know, a time of perplexity, you know, a time of confusion. You know, hence the name Babylon, man. You know, everything right now represents confusion. You know, and that's basically the times that the Lord said will be happening. You know, in these times right now, man. You know, this is 2 Timothy 3:1. Okay. There's know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. You know, and that word perilous, if you get it, let me get it real quick. It means dangerous. Fraught with danger, hazardous, risky, unsafe, treacherous, precarious, vulnerable. You know what the Lord say, man. And you know, be circumspect, be wise. Yep. You know, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, seeketh whom he may devour. You know, and the word there is devil. You know, which means adversary, and we have a lot of adversaries, man. You know, within Esau, and you know, like you brought up the point about these leaders, man. You know, they themselves, you know, will fit the category of them being devils of the Lord, man, because they're confusing Jake into thinking something that really isn't happening, you know, or telling them to you know, be of a lax spirit, man, be of a uncaring spirit, when in reality you should be on alert right now. You should be looking into everything, you know, because that's basically what's going on right now. This devil's using his craft and basically he's going to deceive a lot of our people, man. You know, a lot of our people are going to be deceived for the lack of taking heed. You know, this is Revelation 13 and verse 13. And he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Actually, verse 12 is the point. Verse 12. I'll run it from verse 11.
Okay.
And I behold another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spoke as a dragon. You know, that's basically going into what we're being presented with right now, man. The system, you know, the systems as in charge. You know, the beast system, the EU, the NATO. You know, and the whore basically being America, Babylon the Great. You know, these are the elites that are controlling everything that happens right now, man. And this is basically the form that they're coming in. You know, like they come like we've been seeing. You know, you got the two opposites. You know, you got the far right and the far left. You know, and they're basically like brother's been saying, man. There's two feathers plucked out of the same chicken. You know, they represent the same thing, man. And he reads, and he exercised all power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. You know, that's basically the Roman system coming in. You know, in the form of America, Babylon the Great, man. All right, and he does great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. You know, we're gonna start seeing more and more of these miracles, man. You know, they're gonna present that this is the, you know, with these inoculations. You know, they're gonna present it like, oh, well, you know, you don't have to worry about wearing a mask no more. You don't have to worry about being around your grandparents. You know, you won't get them sick. You know, and a lot of nonsense that's coming with it too. You know, you have this dude Elon Musk, you know, saying that you know, with this chip, you're gonna be able to walk again. You're gonna be able to you know, just live a better life, man. And that's basically what this dude Biden is doing. You know, what he say, you know, we have to unite. You know, I come in the spirit of unity. Yeah. When in reality, there's no unity in Babylon the Great. You know, brother brought out I think you brought out that article where they said that half of America is at each other's throat. Right. You know, so where's the unity in that, man? There's no unity. You know, this place is destined for destruction. You got something to say, bro? Go ahead. I know you were trying to say something.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that, you know, about the inoculations. You know, he's speaking unity. Why? Because, you know, they want everybody to basically fall in line. You know, with their agenda. You know, and they want a lot of Jake to take the inoculations because you know it's coming out that a lot of people are starting to get like I don't know, for lack of words, like muscle spasms, side effects, you know, and things of that nature. People have died, you know, and that's just you know, that's just the truth of the matter. You know, you don't know what's in it, and we advise you not to take it. You know.
Yep. Because he's just a fool, man. I think one of the elders brought up the point of the medicine that they practice. You know, I can't remember the word that he used, but basically, he saw things that if he gets into you, you know, goes into you and starts plucking shit out, he'll make it work, right? And when in reality, the scriptures teach a different, proper way, man. You know, to take medicines, you know, to take the greens of the earth to heal yourself, you know. But in reality, what Esau's presenting to you, he's like, well, you know, we're gonna make this concoction full of, you know, all kinds of abominable things, and we're gonna put it in you and hope that you get better, man. That's what the scriptures say. He's a physician of no value, man. Right. You know, and that fits Esau to the T, man. You know. Go ahead, brother.
Like apostles always bring out the word doctor means to lie, bro.
Yep. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Forgers, you know, forgers of lies.
Forgers of lies, huh?
Yep.
This is Daniel 8:23. It says, "And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own." And this is speaking of in these latter times, you know, a king of fierce countenance. And really, these devils, they're fierce because they don't respect the old or the young. You know, they don't respect the widows. They don't respect nobody. You know, they want their agenda to to go forward, whether you agree with it or not. It says, and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, right? And they're wise, they're wise to do evil, they're very well versed in evil and in wickedness, in how to deceive, and well, it's going to go into it, and his power shall be mighty, but it's not by his own power, because really it's not them. They deceive themselves to believe that it's through their own wisdom that they've been able to accomplish these things, but really, what does it tell you in the book of Psalms? It says the wicked are created for the day of evil. So they were created and given power. The earth was given into their hand. So their power is not of their own. It says, and he shall destroy wonderfully and shall prosper and practice. And he shall destroy wonderfully and shall prosper and practice and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And that's what he's going to do. Okay. Because we know that, we know brothers, some are going to be martyrs. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Okay. And through his policy, man, he's causing a lot of enchantments, a lot of, a lot of craft to prosper, especially with, these so-called experts on the Rona, on this whole 6 feet social distancing stuff, man. This is craft. This is craft, man. And it's prospering in his hand because he's wicked, because he's a witch, he's a warlock. It says, and we know all about that whole child trafficking thing, the whole Epstein, and that, we know what you devils are into. It says he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Mm-hmm. And he comes with the peace. He comes with these inoculations are going to help you. Here we are, or we're going to do it together. We need you to wash your hands and quarantine and stay 6 feet apart, because really they're trying to separate the people, because when people are divided, there's no power, there's no strength in that. It says
say that by when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, con. It says he shall, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Okay, so he's going to stand up against Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but he's going to be broken without hand, man. He's going to be, totally annihilated when Yahushai comes back. There's not going to be no, he ain't going to get no licks in, man. The Lord's coming, with the heavenly force, man, with thousands of angels, man. And he's not going to meet you like a man. Okay, so your devil's got a lot to pay for, man.
Come on, bro. Hey, anybody else?
I got this one.
Ahead,
this is Psalm 64:1. Hear my voice, O Most High, and my prayer, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy, man. And that's basically a prayer that we all keep in mind right now, man. Because David was in the same situation that we find ourselves in right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Our forefathers, and basically the disciples, the apostles, they all caught hell for this word's sake, man. All right, so this verse 2: hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked,
Mm-hmm.
from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, which is the so-called white men, the Edomites, man. They're scientists and they're doctors and everything that represents this society, everything that opposes this society, man. Because they all pushing for this NWO, man, this new world order. Verse 3: who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? Mm-hmm. Verse 6: they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Right.
That's basically what these devils been doing, man. They searched out what way they could further oppress our people. How could they further destroy our people? They're doing what Balaam, was asking of Balak. I think those are the two men to basically, what do you say? Pray the Lord that, the nation of Israel be destroyed. That's what these Edomites are doing, man. They're trying to accomplish that test that the Lord gave them of, counting the stars, searching out the deeps, and to do away with us. But in reality, you're not going to be able to, man. Their last desperate attempt of accomplishing that is, basically to implant an RFID microchip in every single one of Israelites, man, to basically do away with us, man. But you're gonna fail, Esau. You got it, brother.
Come on, hey, bro.
You know what? In the lower end of that chapter, it says that they're going to be basically, the Lord's going to strike them with arrows, man. Because really the end game is for you devils is, your wickedness has reached up to the sky. The Lord's going to bring a great fire, man. You know what I mean? The Lord's going to burn you devils alive. The scriptures tell you in Revelation, we kind of went into it at camp, something to the effect of the Antichrist, the false prophet or whatnot, is going to be thrown into a lake of fire, man. So, and y'all are just men. You deceive yourself to think that you're God, but really you're just a man, and you're gonna be burnt. Because the Heavenly Father's going to come with a fierce judgment, man. A very, with wrath, okay, on you devils, man, for all this, witchcraft, all this wickedness that you're doing, because you're going to want to lift your hand against the election, man. But the Heavenly Father's coming to destroy you, man. So, we see what your devils are doing, man, through the Spirit.
Come, boy, and that's what it is, man, because the deceiver will ultimately be destroyed, man. The deceiver, who we talking about right now, which is the Edomites, or the elite of the Edomites, the ones that cause out the deception of this world, he will ultimately face his judgment, man.
That's it.
So with that being said, man, Most High willing, the lesson was edifying. With that, I want to give all honor, glory, praise, Yahweh Shemashai. Barak to Yahweh.
Barak to Yahweh.
Barak Yahushai.
Barak to Yahushai.
Barak to Yahweh.
Barak to Yahweh.
Barak Yahushai.
Barak to Yahushai.
Barak to Yahweh.
Barak to Yahweh.
Barak Yahushai.
Barak to Yahushai.
Shalom.
Shalom.